Here is a story so drenched in irony that it almost writes itself. Donald Trump, who begged the Supreme Court for broad presidential immunity when it comes to what he did, now is calling for Barack Obama to be prosecuted and presumably arrested for doing something that the Supreme Court said presidents are immune for. You almost can't make this stuff up. So let me rewind and see if I can effectively communicate to you the absurdity of this. Donald Trump, through Tulsi Gabbard, is now pushing this conspiracy theory that Barack Obama committed seditious treason for overseeing an investigation into whether Trump and Russia colluded, whether Russia meddled, whether it was possible Russia could hack an American election. What Trump is claiming is Obama tried to steal the election. He says it was a treasonous conspiracy. And he says we've got to start going after people, talking about criminal prosecution. But the twist is that Donald Trump's own lawyers, in Donald Trump's own cases, argued famously that presidents should be immune for prosecution for any official acts taken while in office. And the Supreme Court made this ruling, which many considered to be dangerous, where it basically agreed. The Supreme Court said a president has broad immunity from criminal prosecution for official acts and has presumptive immunity for other acts. First, real quick, a word from our sponsor. If you've been watching the rise of AI and wondering when to jump in, this is really it. This weekend, our sponsor, Outskill, is presenting a completely free 2-day AI mastermind workshop that will take you from beginner to power user. You'll learn how to automate your work, build custom AI agents, generate professional videos and images, and also use tools like Claude and Make.com to build real working projects. The first 1,000 people who sign up get full access, completely free. The training runs Saturday and Sunday, all online. You'll get over $5,000 worth of bonuses just for attending, things like a prompt library, personalized AI toolkit, a roadmap for actually making money with AI. Join over 4 million people who have already used Outskill to learn AI tools, to level up their careers, and to stay ahead of the curve. Reserve your free seat now at davidpakman.com/outskill. Before those 1,000 spots are gone, the link is in the description. So we're not even dealing with the facts of it because it's so absurd. Obviously, there's no evidence Obama did anything wrong or criminal. But imagine for a second that Trump was somehow right. If what Obama did was an official act, and of course it was, as president, he directed government agencies to investigate. If that's true, then by Trump's own logic and by the Supreme Court decision that Trump got, Obama is completely immune from prosecution. Forget about the facts of the case. Forget about the statute of limitations, which, by the way, is another problem. Forget about all of it. Forget that it's all just built out of nowhere, out of a panic to protect Trump in the Epstein scenario. By Trump's own arguments before the Supreme Court, Obama has immunity. But suddenly now Trump wants to carve it out. Oh, it's presidential immunity for Trump, but not for Obama. But that's not how any of this stuff works. And the deeper issue, of course, is that Trump has always believed that the law should be bent to serve him personally. If he oversees a violent coup attempt, he gets immunity. If Obama oversees an intelligence investigation into foreign election interference that could theoretically, depending on what it finds, be bad for Trump, that's seditious treason. And this is because for Trump, it's what are my personal interests? My personal interests are what matter. The interests of the country really don't. If something hurts Trump, it's bad for America. If something helps Trump, it's patriotic. And this is maybe the biggest tell here in terms of Trump's desperation. He's threatening former presidents openly. He's talking about treason. He's talking about crimes punishable by death. And it's all to distract from what's going on with the Epstein stuff and the tariff stuff that's not working and the authoritarian plans. And the rest of us are sort of supposed to pretend this is normal. This is what authoritarianism looks like. You weaponize the courts, you redefine treason, you ignore your own legal arguments, and you say we should go after my political enemies. And this time it is a total boomerang. Presidential immunity. Trump wished for it. He got it from the court, but then it applies to Obama. And Trump, of course, is never going to acknowledge that. We've got a great bonus show for you today. Trump is now floating no tax on capital gains. I'll tell you who will benefit from that. You can probably guess. The EPA is now saying greenhouse gases don't endanger people. And the Macrons have filed a defamation suit against Candace Owens. This is a story we've been following for a while. All of that and more on today's bonus show. You can sign up at joinpacman.com. You can request a free membership at davidpacman.com/free membership. And remember to get my daily show previews, Q&As, and so much more on Substack at substack.davidpacman.com. I'll see you in all of those places, and I'll be back tomorrow too.